Hey, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. And on tonight's live stream, I'm going to be showing you guys how to reinstall Windows operating system. But first and foremost, before we get started, I definitely want to give a shout out to one of my new moderators, Carol Arnold 942. This shout out's for you. But anyway, before I start everything out here, definitely do have the chats open. If you guys would like to join the chats, all is welcome as well. Please be respectful to myself, my moderators, and all my viewers because negativity on this channel will not be tolerated at any given time. So with that being said, and without further ado, let's go ahead and dive on into it. So I'm going to get ready to turn my camera around, guys, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to reinstall Windows operating system if in fact you're running Windows 11 edition. So I do have my chat's open, and again, if you wish to join, again, all is welcome. So if you guys are not exactly sure of how to do this, I'm going to show you how to get everything set up and ready to go. So the first thing you're going to want to do is come down here to your start menu, which is this little guy right here. Click on this, go into settings. Once you pull up your settings menu, then you're going to want to go to where it says system. Once you see where it says system, go ahead and click here, and right over here in the middle where you see this whole entire list, scroll all the way to the very bottom. Then look for where it says recovery. Once you find your recovery, go ahead and click on it, and you'll find system and recovery. Go down to the second one, fix problems using Windows 11 update. So once you see that here, go ahead and click on reinstall now. You'll see a little blue box that pops up here. You don't have to click on this little box here, this little box icon here. Just click on OK, and once you click on that, the stream will still be going, guys. So right now it is checking for updates. So if you're having any type of issues with your computer, operating system, this is how you reinstall the OS. And this is good for Windows 11. If you have a Windows 10 PC, there's the options for that is going to be completely different. But right here, guys, as you can see, this is the repair version. And so right now, this computer might take a little bit of time. This is a very big file. So this is going to be a little time consuming. It could take anywhere from 45 minutes to approximately right around an hour. And so right now it is officially downloading. We're at 2%. So once that completes, that's probably going to require a PC restart. So just go ahead and restart your computer, but it will give you an option to restart your PC like right as soon as it gets done, or you have the option to restart your PC at a later time. So if you're streaming or you're doing this, that, or whatever it is you're doing, you have nothing to worry about. Everything is just fine. Now, moving over to Windows 10 PC, that's my laptop. For those of you who don't know, I do have two computers. This is my main PC, and this one here, this one's Windows 10, and at times it is a little problematic. So also, while you're running this operation here, go down to your settings menu. Go ahead and click that. If you see a bar down below there, that's fine. You don't have nothing to worry about. That is also still running in the background. So I will get a notification when everything pops up. So now for your hard drive information, stuff like that, for checking system file errors, I'm going to show you guys exactly how to do that as well. This works on Windows 10 and Windows 11. So again, you're definitely going to want to come down here to this little guy. Right, you can right click here. Oh no. Sorry, wrong one. That's graphics card update. Come up here to your recycling bin, which is at the top left-hand corner of your PC. Double left click. And now, due to the fact that we are in the recycling bin, you're definitely going to want to scroll down to where it says this PC. Left click on that. And when you come over here to the right, this is your hard drive that Windows is installed in, Windows operating system. So once you pull this up, you definitely want to right click. And of course, BitLocker, we'll get to that here in just a moment, is BitLocker on this PC is turned off. So once you right click on this, you have this window here open. Scroll down to where it says properties, then click on that. Then you're going to have another window open up. Then you're going to want to come up here to where it says tools. Left click here. Even though your computer does not require this here, it's still good to run this from time to time. So left click, you don't need to scan this drive. Okay, so if you guys would like to know more about this, feel free to screenshot. You can keep running the drive using, or you can, sorry guys, I got my mind elsewhere at the moment. You can keep using this drive for just pretty much anything. So this is what you're going to click here. Okay, error checking, local disk drive C, that is a solid state drive. And again, if you see where it says about, that's kind of your system's time config for the system. Doesn't mean that it's going to load all the way through. It's probably going to go to right around, I wouldn't even say half. So if it says about 3 minutes remaining, or if it says estimated time, that's basically your system's time to configuration, which is completely inaccurate. And that's something that's also ran through Microsoft. Now about BitLocker, if you don't have the BitLocker chip installed onto the motherboard along with the TPM chip, which is basically the trusted platform module, which I don't trust, you will not be able to download Windows 11. And see this, guys, look right there. Drive was successfully scanned. And now we're going to close that out, come down to defragmenting. So once you defrag your files, this is automatically going to be highlighted. And as you guys can see, it says C drive, solid state drive. Just come over here to where it says optimize, left click. This should probably take no more than 15 to 30 seconds. So let's try this again. Sometimes my computer does give me a little bit of a fit with this, but 87, now it's completed. And once this is actually done, guys, just go ahead and close out everything and you're good to go. So this is how you do everything, guys. And also, one more thing, if you have a Steam account and you're on PC, I'm going to show you guys again of how to repair your Steam files or your Steam folder. So first thing you're going to want to do is come down here to this little arrow icon, click here. You're going to look for where it says Steam, left click. See what I mean, guys? Then once you come up to your Steam folder, you're going to go into settings. Now that we have this page here, At the very top, Steam settings. Scroll down to storage. Once you click on your storage icon, this is what's going to pop up. C drive, Windows files, x86 Steam. This, you don't have to worry about this. Just come over here to these little three dots on the far right, left click, and repair library is at the very middle. So once you click that, go ahead and confirm changes. And once you confirm the changes, it's going to automatically start running. And now that's complete. All right, now that that's already done, now we're going to go to cache files. You want to go to your downloads folder, scroll down a little bit, and go over here to where it says clear cache. Once you clear your cache files, it's basically going to reset everything back to its restored defaults. That's what that's going to do. You're not going to lose no games. You're not going to lose anything else. It's just going to set that up and basically restore everything back to its original standard defaults. Now, if you guys have a computer through HP, you get the Omen Gaming Hub here. We'll get to that here in a minute. Now it says Steam, who's playing? Right down below the box, you click on the associated email. And right now it is waiting for the network. Excuse me. And now it's logging in, loading user data. So now that this is open, go ahead and close this box out. You don't really need that. Open. So now once you come to this page, it's going to start you out on your store page. Summer sales and everything else are also associated with it. And look at this, guys, ladies and gentlemen. All games are stored right here in your library. Now, every game that you purchase on Steam, you will actually have you'll basically be receiving points. And where you want to go to check your points is right here. Go to store, come down to the fourth one, go to your point shop, click on that. And then once you do this, your points, it says your balance. So this right here will be the points balance. As you guys can see, I have almost 250,000 points. Summer sale 2026 items. This is basically wallpapers and much more. And just note for the records, if in fact you do happen to spend some of your points and you're trying to return certain things, if you click on something by mistake and purchase this, you may not get those points back. But the only time that you'll be able to receive more points is when you make the next purchase on different games. They go as low as 100 points, and they also go as high as 1,500. So there's the point shop there, guys. And if in fact you are looking for games that do have very high graphics, if you can't find the games in your library, you can always come up here to this little search box and then type in Car Mechanic Simulator. You don't have to type the whole thing in, but if you're looking for a game that's got real high graphics, good quality, very realistic, this is the game for you. And just note for the records, this game I do believe is a PC only game. You guys can also get DLCs. Oh, nope, that's the wrong one. You guys can get name brand vehicles for the DLCs, but everything else that's standard per base game, they're not licensed for name brand. So that's like Mercedes-Benz, Porsche, Ford, stuff like that. So if and when you do purchase a game on Steam, you are actually purchasing a digital copy of the license to gain access to the game. That does not mean that you own the game. You just actually bought a digital copy of the license to gain access to it. Just to let you guys know, also, Valve has in fact released Steam's operating system. It's kind of like Windows operating system. You guys can go online, you can download that. But if you do happen to download Windows, or not Windows, sorry, I don't know where the hell my mind's at right now, guys. If you do happen to download Steam's operating system, again, you're definitely going to have one. You definitely do need to have one of these. And once you download the folder, you definitely want to transfer that folder onto this here, because if by chance your system does a BIOS update, your BIOS may not get a chance, your BIOS may not recognize the installation that you're performing, and more than likely it's going to kick that out. So if you have one of these, yes, this does actually have a cap on it. You plug this right here. Sorry, not trying to flip anyone off. Let's try this again. You're going to plug this right down into a USB port, which is going to look like this right here. So once you plug that in, make sure to transfer all that data from the computer onto a thumbstick. So once your BIOS does an automatic update, because you never really know exactly when your BIOS system is going to do a full update as well. So if you do have issues with that, you guys can also transfer that on here. So once your BIOS does an update, you have this plugged in, this will not be affected. Everything that will be affected will be directly into the hard drive, your main hard drive, which is your C drive. And I know what the question is going to be next. How many hard drives does your PC have? Well, your PC would actually have several. You'd have the USB drive. You would actually have the main hard drive. And if you're running SSD to where you don't have a disk tray, no disk slot here, none here, that's because that's a solid state hard drive, which means that your system is still going to run, but everything's going to be digitalized and nothing is going to be transferable from a disk. And if you do have a disk drive that you have to insert a disk in, those computers are more likely to crash compared to something with a solid state drive. And also, I'm going to show you guys something else. I've also made videos on this as well. So if your computer does in fact have issues, and I know for a fact this one kind of does from time to time, this one is a little temperamental. I'm going to show you guys exactly how to I'm going to show you guys exactly what to do but if you have no idea what you're doing, wait until the next time I jump onto the live stream, and I will walk you through the initial page. So the first thing you're going to want to do is click on your Windows icon down here in the corner or located in the middle of the screen. That's if you're running Windows 11. So you're going to want to left click here. Now I'm going to press and hold down my left shift key, and I'm going to restart my computer by pressing down and holding the left shift key. Remember to keep this down at all times until you have a list of options pop up right here on the top left, right here in your screen. You've got many options to choose from. If you do happen to come up with issues, simply come down here to where it says troubleshoot. Now, if you reset your PC, you do have options to keep your personal files. And what this is going to do, this is going to reset all your systematic files. It will not touch any of your personal files, pictures, music, PDAs, whatever the case may be. None of that will be truly affected. Or if you're looking to get rid of your computer, give it to a friend, family member, colleague, then you'd want to remove everything. But going back to reset this PC, if you're troubleshooting any type of issues, go to advanced options, left click on this. You can also start up a system repair, or if you guys have updates that you want to uninstall because you're trying to download a new version of Windows, uninstall updates, click on that, or command prompt center. These are the options right here. But if you're trying to install a newer version, uninstall the previous updates. So if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns about anything, please feel free to leave a comment in the chats, or feel free to drop a comment down below in the comment section. And if you guys accidentally hit this by mistake, no worries, it's not the end of the world. Come up here to the back arrow pointing backwards. Click that twice and then choose an option. Use a disk drive, troubleshoot, or turn off your PC. And right here, if you want to keep your computer on and you want to go back to your main screen, just go ahead and continue back to the previous version of Windows. Either Windows 10 or Windows 11, either one, it's still compatible for both operating systems, and you'll still get the same exact results. And there's also something else that you guys need to be made well aware of. As you guys probably may or may not know, I dropped something on the floor, guys. Sorry about that. So if you guys do have questions about anything, let me know either way, and I will walk you through the steps. No problems. And now we're going to go into antivirus scanning, which is basically AV testing. So if your computer does have any type of viruses or anything like that, I got to turn my camera back around. I do have my system encrypted. Security. I don't prefer to put my password on any type of social media, especially YouTube. So if you're looking to run an AV test on your computer, come down here to the search bar that's located in your taskbar. Click here. There's two or three different letters you can choose if you're wanting to do an AV test. You can just type in 3 specific letters. And of course, threats and protection. So once you pull this page here up, now you have different options to choose from when it comes to scanning for viruses on your computer. You can quick scan, which is basically going to be a short scan, or go down to scan options. And at times, it's always good to run a full scan on your PC. Check all files and running programs on your disk hard drive. It will take, and believe me, guys, this will take longer than an hour. You can do a custom scan, Microsoft Defender offline scan. And once you scroll down, you make your selection. You can scan either way, or if you feel that you may have done this in error, come back up here, simply click on this, go down to scan, and voila. You don't necessarily have to keep this page open. Again, if you see a blue bar at the bottom, you guys can just click on that right there. That'll still keep the page open, still keep that running in the background. So therefore, once this is complete, there will be a notification that'll pop up right here on the bottom right hand side of the screen if you're running Windows 10. Now on Windows 11, you may not have that option. But now let's talk about the newest version of Windows that's getting ready to be released, but I don't know exactly what date this is going to be released on or what specific year. It could be this year or sometime next year. Microsoft is actually planning on releasing Windows 12, which is basically a whole new operating system. So they do all types of stuff. They do bug fixes, but I would wait instead of downloading Windows 12 as soon as it comes out because there's probably going to be a lot of glitching, a lot of bugs, a lot of issues with that. Let's just wait until that all does come out. Wait at least, I don't know, 3, maybe 6 months before or after it comes out to download it. And if you guys are in fact still having issues with it, contact Microsoft and notify their team. So hopefully they'll be able to come up with a patch note to fix any bug issues or any glitch or any type of errors that may occur during the time of the initial release. And by the way, guys, check this out. This is also a touchscreen laptop. So if you click that by mistake, simply opt out. I gotta close this page here out because this is irrelevant. Close tab. So if you guys did miss them, so if you do in fact miss the note where it came up with the virus testing, click down here on this little television icon right there or text box at the very bottom. I'll show you guys exactly what that is. Right here where my arrow is. I don't know if you can see that or not. Try to get this. I can't get this in too close, guys, because this will cause my screen to get very bright. There we go. Click on here and wait a minute. I just somehow think I might have closed that tab out, but usually it'll say no threats found. That's a good thing. But if you do run an AV test on your computer and more towards the end, where it gives you the option to resolve the issue, once that lights up, go ahead and click on resolve all. So if your computer has any type of glitch, or not glitch, but any type of virus, that will remove that directly from the PC. Now, also, if you guys have malware, there's 4 things in your computer you do not want to have because this I can't stress this enough, guys. This is very harsh on a computer. 4 things that you don't want to have in your computer. Number 1, malware. Number 2, spyware. Number 3, ransomware. Number 4, Trojan horse. Now let's talk about malware for a minute. Now, if you do have malware in your computer, this basically when you go to buy one, it's automatically going to have malware in it. But malware can actually make duplicates of itself and basically hide itself deeper into your computer system to where your computer will not recognize that there's a duplicate file. All right, that's fine. But once you remove all your malware from your PC, you're good to go. But malware can cause your system to bog down performance-wise and cause your system to, at times, crash hard. So, which would basically mean that you would actually have to restart your PC and go in and reset the whole entire system. It's basically known as a hard reset. So that's where you press down and hold your left shift key, restart your computer. Press and hold, continue to hold, and go to troubleshoot. And once you click troubleshoot, go to reset this PC, keep your personal files, but also make sure that your computer is also backed up before you do the initial reset. Because if your computer is not backed up, there's a good possibility you may lose files and you may lose data and everything else associated with it. For example, let's say I decide to save a PDA to my documents folder. I don't back it up. Now I have an issue with my computer. And let's say I decide to factory reset everything. I don't, and remember, for the notes, guys, I don't have the files backed up. Let's say I decide to save personal files. There's a good likely possibility that you're going to lose all your data. And that PDA, gone. So if you're seeing a lot of other stuff on YouTube, a lot of that information could be clickbait. Definitely disregard that. So there's people that'll tell you different things on there. There's some people that do things to gain clout. So if you want to know something about your computer, there are other videos on YouTube that will provide more information about that. Or just simply go into Microsoft or just check out the website called ask.com and type in your question. You should get a reply back. Just basically most common questions. If it's anything computer related, you guys can also ask on that same app, ask.com or website, and that will give you more information. Definitely be sure to read through that, take notes, and if it comes down to it, create some footnotes. So if you stumble across an issue, something that I may have missed, let me know in the comments down below, and I will try to make another video to rectify the mistake that was made. I'm not exactly perfect, guys, ladies and gentlemen, so there you go. So now, say for instance, if you're wanting to do a software update, okay, no worries. So if you're on Windows 10, go to your little box, go to your little start menu here, go up to your settings, click on your settings here, and updates and security. So now this is going to take you over to Windows Update. It's much different on Windows 10 than Windows 11. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how much different this is. For those of you who don't know much about computers, even though I can close that one out, even though the settings thing on here, even though I closed it out, it's still going to continue running. So here we go, guys. Let's get this back over here. There we go. Right side of the screen. And due to the fact that I do have Microsoft's updates for Windows 11, this is the current version. This is Windows 11 Home. So I don't know what I just clicked. I clicked something and the screen went completely blank. So as you guys can see here, this is the home version. for Windows 11, and it says Windows Update. It does not say anything about security updates. It just says Windows Update. So once you click on Windows Update, I'm going to show you how different this is, guys. Here it is. I got the screen completely. I had the screen enlarged. So right now, this is still running the repair version. And we're at 31, no, excuse me, 33%. So if you're having issues here, go down to advanced options. I don't know if this is the same thing on Windows 10, but Windows 11 does provide advanced options. Surprisingly, it does. So as you guys can see, I'm on the same exact page, but the setup is initially different. This is Windows 11 here, and I'll go back over here, and now this is on Windows 10. There's a big difference between two operating systems, and from time to time, if you do have an operating system that is consistently running in the background, if you download a newer version and your older version does not close out, that might be a potential issue. Just go ahead and factory reset your computer and then try to reboot it and try to do the initial update. If your computer does not want to update to the newest version, go to PC Health Check and see exactly if your computer is compatible to run the latest updates. So hopefully this does help you guys out immensely. If it does, leave a like, press that heart button. If you're not yet subscribed to the channel, go ahead and get subscribed for more. Go ahead and get subscribed for more content, and be sure to turn on all those beautiful bell notifications. So therefore, you'll always be able to stay up to date, receive news, updates, and much more as it rolls out here on the channel. And also, something else, guys, I'm not sure if you know about this or not, but I am also a former IT student. I was an IT support specialist. So I'm going to go into pull up my selfies here. So a lot of you may know this, a lot of you may not know this, but this is what I went to school for. And the reason why I actually got out of that college is because they were misusing federal funds. So there you go, guys. Now you know exactly what I specialized in. And of course, I'm dropping everything. And if you guys are not satisfied with Microsoft's platform, you guys can also download Linux or Linux Mint. But right now, I don't think would be a substantiating time to do that, because the founder of Linux has made a gruesome discovery that they are trying to promote AI into his programs. And the owner of Linux, the founder, is not exactly happy about that at all. So I'm definitely going to be doing some research and finding out more about this. and see exactly if, in fact, Mr. Linux did, in fact, manage to put an AI blocker on his platform. So definitely keep your eyes open, guys. But also with Linux Mint, if you do download Mint, can't even say it. If you guys do download Linux, just note for the records, if you're trying to use something from Microsoft, a lot of these features from Microsoft may not be compatible for Linux. So definitely be careful of what it is you're doing because you'll probably receive a lot of error messages. So that's just letting you guys know that there's just some features that's not going to be completely compatible for Linux Mint. But Linux, however, does have multiple different versions of his operating system. So again, if you do install Linux Mint, same thing with Steam's operating system, be sure to put that onto be sure to forward that download onto a thumb drive, which is basically what I just showed you. It's got to be 32 gigabytes or higher. 32 gigs is basically standard. You can use a 64 gig. You're fine. Absolutely no problem. Absolutely no issues there. You guys can also use the 64 if you have one, or you can even use the 120s. So either way, if you have those, be sure to transfer your downloads right directly into your thumb drive. So if your computer system does a BIOS update, that will not affect your thumb drive that's connected directly in there. You can use that anytime you want. Use that at your own disposal. So hopefully that does in fact help you guys out. If it does, that's absolutely fantastic. And if you guys do have any questions, comments, or concerns about that, be sure to leave a comment down below in the comment section, and I will try to reply back to each and every single one of you as quickly as I possibly can. Now I'm going to show you guys something else. I know I'm probably leaving lots of details and stuff out, but I'm just getting right to the main point. So now let's say you're having issues with your hard drive and you want to take another alternate route. Okay. You want to come down here into your start menu, and this is what you're going to want to find. Disk cleanup. Click on your disk cleanup. Okay, downloaded program files. Leave those be. Windows error reports and feedback. Definitely leave this stuff here be. Temporary files, thumbnails, recycling bin, stuff like that. You can just go ahead and click here. Temporary files, 1.4 gigs. Okay. Once you do that, just come down here to clean up system files. And this is what it's going to look like. Windows Update Clean, fantastic. You guys can also just go ahead and opt out. Or if it gives you an option to delete files, make sure that the files you're deleting are not system files. Because if you delete one system file that's the most important to your computer may be rendered useless. Because if you delete the wrong file, guys, a lot of the vast majority of the time, that file may not be recoverable or salvageable. So once you delete that file, your computer is gone. So be very careful of what it is you're doing and what you're deleting and what you're removing. But mostly your temporary files and stuff like that, just get rid of your temp files. I don't think you really need those. And that could also help. That could also help the performance of your PC. More than likely, it will. So after you do that, go into your recycling bin. Why is this camera not focusing? There we go. Scroll down to your documents folder, or check your downloads folder first. Okay. All this looks good here. Now you can come down to your documents folder. There you go. You can go to your pictures, your music, your videos, your pictures and stuff that would also contain your PDAs and much more. So if you have games in your computer that you don't necessarily want in there, like for example, Train Sim World 6, you can also come up here and remove that. But that will still be in your Steam folder. And if you're having issues with your network, scroll down to network and nope, that's not it. Now, I don't know if this is going to work on Windows 10, guys. I'm going to try something real quick. Go troubleshoot problems, open network and internet settings. Okay. So what we're looking for now, guys, if you open up your internet settings, obviously we're not going to find anything here. Properties, data usage. Okay, there's nothing there. But on Windows 11, you guys can also run a speed test for your internet connection. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. Hang on a second. Let's boot this over here. Oh, nope. Close that out. All right, so now I'm going to go to here onto my internet settings. I'm going to right click, perform a speed test. Yes, definitely want to perform a speed test if you guys are in fact running this type of thing here. Uh-oh. Evidently, it's not going to let me do it on stream, guys, because thing of it is, it's just gonna freeze my stream. So click your speed test, click on that. It's gonna show you what your upload speed is, your download speed, and other things. So definitely do be careful of what it is you're doing on your computer. If you don't have any idea of what it is, feel free to ask questions, because at the end of the day, closed mouths do not get fed. So again, I've been working with computers and stuff like that for over 15 years. And if you guys are wondering if I was getting paid to do this, I was not. So if you guys do have a computer, I like doing this type of stuff for you guys. So therefore, that'll save you time, trouble, and a shitload of money. So again, I'm going to show you guys. That was me. back in, I'm not sure what year this was, but about 6 years ago. This is what I studied, IT support specialist. So I do network, internet, and stuff like that. So network, internet technician. That's basically an IT. So again, if you guys do have questions about anything, feel free to leave a comment down below in the comment section. And at the end of the stream, I will definitely be checking out everything else here. Oh, wait a minute. Internet test. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and close that out. Evidently, I had a tab open. I went on ahead and closed it. All you got to do is just type my name back in and jump back in. You're more than welcome to join the chat. So let's see here. There's not necessarily any type of invites. So when you do jump back in, just go ahead and type in my name. My hang on a second. I see you. So I'm not sure if you actually saw my credentials, but in case you did not get a chance to see those, I will show you exactly what I specialized in. That's me from a few years ago. And that's basically what I did. Ah, gotcha. No worries, you're fine. So yeah, guys, this is pretty much all I do. I do a lot of PC tech videos and stuff like that. It's very simple. Matter of fact, I'll even show you guys something specifically. And for those of you who have no idea what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to open up my command center. Okay. Shit. All right. So now that I have my command prompt center open, I'm going to type in Notepad. You guys can also have access to your notepad even if you have a BitLocker recovery screen on your computer. So now once you come to your notepad through your command center, you want to go to File. And now you want to go to where it says Open. So now you guys can actually find different things on your PC. Wait a minute. Edit. Nope, can't edit that. So you definitely want to go down to, I do believe it is this PC. Shit, I don't even remember what the fuck it is now. But yeah, you guys can actually access your files through your command prompt center. Now you can type in, okay, now if you have issues with your computer, I'm going to type something in right quick. SFC space hyphen scan now. That's one word, by the way. Space. Oh, shit. Aha, here it is. It's right next to the L key. Space, shift, colon. Oops. Scan now, space, hyphen, C colon, enter. And I'm already the administrator of this PC, so it's very simple stuff, guys. And basically, I'm going to show you something else. So, if you have an issue with any of your apps on your PC, I'm going to show you guys how to take care of that as well. Now, say if, for instance, if you're having issues with any, I'll just pick one. This works for any app. You left click to highlight. I'll use Steam. So if I'm having issues with Steam, I'll right click. Actually, left click to highlight, right click, and run as admin or administrator. So once I run that as my administrator, my computer is going to ask me to confirm changes. Confirm. So now that puts that at the top priority, and you guys see exactly how fast that just opened, right? There you go. So basically what I just did right here, guys, is if you guys are having issues with different things, you can also use your disk partition. Oh, I hit underscore shit. You guys actually do have options. So if you're wanting to know exactly how to scan your whole entire system, including if your computer's locked you out, you'll type in SFC space hyphen scan now C colon and then press enter. It should run a full scan of your computer, even if your computer is locked. Now you guys see exactly how I just opened up my notepad through my command prompt center. So if you in fact execute the proper command for your computer, it's going to do exactly what you're commanding it to do. So now let's say you have a Windows 10 computer and now you have a Windows 10 thumb drive or a thumb drive with Windows 10 installed on it, pre-installed. You plug that in, you go through it, you delete a few things. Therefore, when you do all that, you go back in, you reinstall, and you're basically going into a clean reinstall. Every time you reinstall your Windows operating system, it's going to basically start that out through it's going to it's basically going to perform through a clean installation. And if your installation comes out and it's not exactly clean, you're going to have error report after error report. That's exactly what you want to try to avoid. And what I meant by disk part space hyphen colon or C colon, that is your disk partition. So a lot of you may know this, a lot of you may not know this, but all computers, including the newest ones, well, what people perceive to be as new, there's exactly 13 old DOS commands that you can use for your computer. Doesn't matter if it's new, used, old, doesn't matter. Every single computer that they come out with still to this day runs all 13 DOS commands. And if you guys know anything about the DOS boxes, let me know in the chats. Let me know if you still remember the old DOS box. So in case a lot of you may or may not know, there's computers that dated back from the 1980s. I actually got a chance to get one. I actually took a chance to buying one from someone. It actually had a username on it, and it was also password protected. I was able to bypass the user data, and I went through the control panel and removed that username, and I went in and recreated the user name. So I basically marked it as my own. So now if you are looking to resolve an issue, I'm going to type in control panel. I don't even have to type out the whole word. Just click on control panel. And now once you come up to the user or to the control panel, now what you're going to want to do is come up here to user accounts. So once you come up to the user account, that will be whoever's on it right there. You guys can also click on that and delete that user. You can also delete a user account and recreate your own. It's very simple to do, and with all the with all the experience that I have, I can actually bypass that. I could remove that directly from the computer itself. I could wipe the whole entire disk drive, reinstall Windows, and just basically get rid of any user. If it's anything complicated, I could just go into the control panel and just completely I can just completely wipe out the whole entire the user file. See what I mean, guys? This is what's going to pop up after you run that. So I'm going to say not now. Ah, shit, that was loud. I can hear this on my end, guys. So I'm going to go ahead and close out that notification. I got a notification saying that my computer is ready to be restarted, so I'm not going to worry about that now. But I can just go back into the web page or not the web page, but just go back onto the page and basically reinstall the full operating system. Um, and once you do reinstall the operating system, you're probably going to have quite a few updates in between. It's always important to leave your computer on because your computer may possibly restart quite a few times during the time of the initial operating system, the reinstallation of your operating system, because then it's going to have to go back and re-update everything. And then once all that's done, you're all set. So again, if you guys do have any questions about computers, if there's any issue that you may be encountering, let me know in the chats or feel free to drop a comment in the comment section below, and I will try to do a walkthrough step by step of how to fix certain issues. And you guys are also more than welcome to participate as I'm doing the walkthrough step by step. You guys are more than welcome to follow along, and hopefully I'm able to teach you guys something new when it comes to computers, especially for those of you who are just getting a computer for the very first time and you're having issue after issue after issue. It's very simple. There's a lot of things that are there's a lot of things that can be corrected easily. So again, if you do have issues with your PC, just note for the records. Oh, I'm also going to show you exactly how to do a graphics card update. So your graphics drivers and stuff like that, I'm going to show you guys where to go, what to do, how to do this. And again, hopefully you guys can learn something. So what you're going to want to do is come down here to your start menu, right click. No, that's left click. My computer has a mind of its own. Right click. Okay, now that we have this pulled up here, you're going to want to go to Device Manager. You'll see a window pop up right there. Options right here. Damn, I'm good. Once you see this, you're going to want to look for display adapters. And off to the left of here, that little arrow icon, click on that. That will open up your drive. That will open up your graphics card information. Right click on that. Actually, you can right click. Hello. There we go. And now you can click on Update Driver. How do you want to search for drivers? Search automatically for drivers. Windows will search your computers for the best available drivers and install it on your device. This is an automatic version, but if you have any clue, you guys know exactly what you're doing. You guys can also do this manually. So the quickest way, I think, is do it automatically. And once you see this here, best drivers, go ahead and click down here in that little box. That'll take you over to Windows Update. And as you're installing the Windows Update, that will also update your driver at the same time. So that's basically going to sync both updates all in one. So again, it's asking me to, occasionally this will ask me to install Windows 11, but unfortunately, I'm not going to install Windows 11. So therefore, if you guys don't know how to update your graphics card drivers and all that, there you go. You guys can also do the same exact thing with your sound, audio, microphone, cameras, stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff to know about computers, guys, ladies and gentlemen, because at the end of the day, computers are very stupid, but they're only as smart as the information that you put into them, which you can actually increase the functions of your computer. And also, a lot of stuff is ran by the developers who actually create the software to make it more intelligent. Now, let's get back to BitLocker. this, oh boy, you guys are going to be in for a real treat now. Let's talk about BitLocker and what that is all about. Okay, a lot of you guys know that BitLocker is a system, and it's basically a system encryption. So if in fact you do come across this type of screen, this is because your BIOS has a corrupt file and this pops up on your home screen. No worries. So as you guys can see here, screenshot if you like. That's fine, I could do that. So when you get done here, use F1 to F10. Right below this, go into your Microsoft account and type this first portion here. Hang on a second. Type in this right here. For your, it's every computer is different, so I'll just say it out loud. Oscar Kilo Niner Jersey 8761. That's basically what you're going to want to look for, but your system is not going to have this number here on it. So once you go into your Microsoft and you find this account or find this information right here, 54 Hotel 3 Golf 201, you're not going to type all that out. You're just going to look for this first segment right here after the word key. So then once you actually find that code right there on your computer, go to the far right side of your PC, and there is your BitLocker recovery key. Okay, and F1 through F10, those are your function keys. I'm going to show you guys exactly what this is. You don't want to use these here. These are just your standard numeric keys. Function F1 all the way over to F10. Oh, and by the way, if you guys are wondering, my keyboard is lit up in red. I did say that I was going to do this on stream, so here you go. Check that out. Fading colors, and I do believe it also does change. As it fades, it will change. Look at this. I can set it up to where it flashes. I can set that up to where it changes all one color or multiple colors. And as you guys can see, it's also almost in sync with my mouse. Now I can have it flashing red, slowly fading in, fading out, or have it there, or I can easily shut that off, have that set for dim, and also brighten that up. I know, right? And there is also a keyboard to where you can also press a microphone. You don't have to touch the keyboard. Once you press the microphone, you speak into it, and your computer will type out everything you say. They actually do have those type of keyboards out. HP does, in fact, have those. But if you get a lower end PC that's a lower end personalized computer, that's roughly right around $600. But now, if you want a really good one, that's going to run you anywhere from $2,000 to possibly $2,500. Also, it does come with a 1-year warranty. And by the way, guys, as a simple legal disclaimer, when it comes to HP products, I have absolutely No partnership, no apprenticeship, no sponsorship through HP at this time. I have to tell you guys as a simple legal disclaimer. So therefore, I'm not basically taking any accountability for any legal actions that could be pursued. So that's why I pretty much say that I this as a legal disclaimer. So that clears me. I'm not responsible for the content provided using their information without prior consent. But also, guys, with computers, you can do a lot of things with them. Um, Now, say for instance, if I want to put Steam, I don't have Steam down here in my taskbar. All right, now let's say I decide I want to open up Steam and pin that directly into my taskbar to where it shows up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here, double left click using the LMB left mouse button. I'm going to scroll down here onto the icon. I'm going to right click and I'm going to pin that onto my taskbar. And now I can open Steam. I can close it out and look at this. It's still in my taskbar, guys. How cool is that? Now, HP Omen Gaming Hub is very simple to do. If you guys do have any type of issues with apps and you're on Windows 11, I'm going to show you guys how to take care of that, how to basically resolve those type of issues. So what I'm going to do is, okay, I want to make sure that my camera didn't freeze. So I'm going to slide that over just like that, just like so. I'm going to open up my, nope, 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 nope. Close that out. I'm going to close that page out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here to my start button, and just as a simple suggestion, I do mention the start button quite a bit. This is basically your number one lifeline to your computer. So if you want to open up certain apps, just go to your start menu, right click, go to where it says installed apps. That's going to open up all your apps. And now you don't have to go into your apps thing here because you're already here. Apps, installed apps. Scroll down, and I'm going to use gaming or Omen Gaming Hub for example. So now it's right here. So now let's say you're having issues with this. Go to the far right where those little three dots are, right click. Oh, no, not right click. I'm sorry, left click. Go to advanced options. Once you go down to your advanced options, you're going to look for where it says reset. So, and right down below that, it does give you an option to repair. So if the app is damaged and it's not functioning, there should be like a little check mark here, but this has already been done several times. You can actually reset it, click that, but it will disappear from your taskbar, which is right here. Let me put my arrow icon on so you can see that better. That will disappear, but no worries. I'm going to reset it. And I'm going to definitely let this run through completely. There will be a check mark at the end. So I am officially fully resetting the Omen Gaming Hub. And if you guys do have questions about the Omen Gaming Hub, you guys can also pull that up in your Microsoft Store. Uh-oh. Let's retry this again. There it goes. So as you guys can see, it just dropped off. So now I can come up here, look for Omen Gaming Hub. Here it is, right there. I can take that, I can move that right back to where it was and pin that directly into my taskbar, come back down. And as you guys can see, this has officially reset. And if you guys do have a gaming computer that is, oh, sorry about that. If you guys do have a computer that's set for overclocking and stuff like that, you don't want to use overclocking too long, because what that's going to do is that's going to push your processor a lot harder. And when it pushes your process to work harder, your computer is actually going to build more heat. It's going to generate more heat. And that can actually reduce the lifespan of your PC. So if you do have a gaming computer like this here, the cryo chamber actually does have a radiator here. And that little box right there where my finger is, that is the liquid cooling system. So that will, oh, damn. So that will actually help keep your system from overheating and causing a major catastrophe. Some people prefer air cool. Me personally, liquid cool, no big deal. Same thing. And what you've seen, those two long strips of lights just kind of flickering or just kind of fading in and out, those are the DDR4s. But my system is also equipped to be upgraded. So I'm probably going to switch from the DDR4s all the way up to the DDR6. And also with my game system as well, I'm actually thinking about getting my NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3070 graphics card bumped up to the GeForce RT or to the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 6090 graphics card. And once I do that, I'm going to have to up my codec system to a level 4. So it's likely possible I may have to reprogram my whole entire computer again. So once I do that, I'll probably lose a lot of data, guys. I'll probably lose everything on my PC. But unless I can run an external, which is even possible to do, very possible, I can run an external hard drive and transfer all the information from the internal to the external and be able to kick that back from the external into my tower. So I'll be able to reinstall everything, all the systematic files, everything that was there before the computer got rebuilt. Because eventually, guys, I'm going to do a PC rebuild. And I'm not going to be doing this on stream because it's going to be kind of hard for me to keep an eye on what I'm doing and having to watch the chats at the same time. I want to make sure that everything is hooked up properly and efficiently, just to make sure that everything functions correctly at the very end. So at the very end of that, I will say in Korean and I will translate exactly what I just said. So once my computer is completed, I will come out and say Hana, Dul, Set, Pilsung. 1, 2, 3, victory. That's what I said in Korean. So there you go, guys. In case you don't know, I can actually speak up to 19 different dialects. I do have friends all around the world. I got friends in Russia. I got friends in Vietnam. I've got friends in China. I've got friends that are like I said, all around the world, 18 different continents, and also being able to speak the roots of my national heritage, Cherokee Indian. So anyway, guys, it is almost 9:30. I got about 5 more minutes left on stream. I'm gonna have to wrap this up for the night. I've got some phone calls to make. I got some other stuff to do. So, and I definitely got to restart my PC because my computer is pretty much screaming. Well, not literally screaming at me, but it's letting me know, hey, you got to restart this damn thing. But anyway, guys, about 5 more minutes. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. But again, if you guys do have any questions, comments, or concerns, or anything in reference to any type of computer errors or something like that you may want to know more about, feel free to leave a comment down below in the comment section. And I will reply back to everybody's comment in which the order they are all received in. So therefore, I hope I'm not missing anybody, but I'm going to try to answer everyone's questions to the best of my knowledge. And hopefully we'll get you back up and get you back running again. Oh, and by the way, I didn't show you this just yet. So in case you don't know in case you have no idea what a BitLocker number looks like, it is extremely long, guys. It is exactly a 48-digit code, legitimately. So it's very important if you do have a computer and you do come across the BitLocker recovery screen, you definitely want to write this down or take a picture of it and store it in your device. Because it's obviously going to be enough to piss you off. And by the way, guys, in case you don't know what the 5090 graphics cards actually do to the components, I'm going to show you exactly what the 5090 connection components actually do. As you can see, this is the graphics card connectors for the 5090, and I see the problem right here. Ah, see how that one's all blackened out? That's plastic that's on those metal pins, and that little metal pin right there. So this is just a minor version of it. That is a disaster. It's supposed to look like this. That's burnt. Worst case scenario is right here. That is to the 5090 graphics card. That is the connector pins that join your graphics card to your motherboard. You cannot run 35 amps through a 12-volt connection without serious repercussions. And over time, that can very well cause a fire. And if you guys want a better encryption system for your computer, Vericrypt. I will be showing you guys some other stuff on here later on. So I'm going to be doing this in segments. Oh shit, I just had it. What did I just do with it? Hang on just a second, guys. I'm going to show you what a BitLocker key looks like. That would be the recovery key to your computer. I've got over thousands and thousands of photos stored in this phone. Oops, I went too far back. Damn it. Oh, this gets so annoying. Here it is right here, guys. This is what a BitLocker recovery key looks like. That's 48 digits. So if you do, and your BitLocker key, your BitLocker recovery key will look like this, but it will be connected directly into your Microsoft account. And you should already have one of those recovery keys built into your computer. Program, not built in, sorry. Once you once you happen to look that information up, just go ahead and type in those numbers using the keys right up here at the top of your keypad, F1, all the way over to F10. Sorry, guys, my keyboard is a little dirty. So that's something you definitely want to make sure that you do is type everything in correctly, because if you type in one number and it's off, you're going to have to go all the way to the very beginning, and you're just going to have to restart all that whole process over again. And again, guys, that's probably going to be enough to piss you off. But once you do that correctly, press enter, you should be fine. It's basically going to pull up a code pad for you. And that code pad would consist of the code that you start your computer up with, like per se, like right when you get where it says enter PIN or password, you're going to use your original password from when you start your computer up. You're going to type that exact same password in the top box, and then you're going to press tab, and then you're going to re-enter it to confirm it. And once you confirm that password, press enter. So then when you press enter, your computer is probably going to update, restart a few times because of the initial updates. And then after all your updates are done, after all that's been completed, guess what? You're back on your computer. How I know that? This computer right here had the exact issue. And those pictures I just showed you, I took directly on this computer right here, the one I'm streaming on right now. So make sure that you write down your BitLocker recovery key to unlock your computer. So if you ever had that type of issue again, you know exactly what to do. Therefore, you can get yourself out of that situation and go from there. You won't even have to go into your Microsoft account. Just look up your BitLocker recovery key, type that in. There you go. And for the records, guys, you don't use these keys right here. That's your number pad. You don't use these down here. Use this one to here. F1 to F10. Those are the ones you use to press to unlock your computer. So that right there will actually save you guys a lot of time and a lot of trouble. And trust me when I tell you this, it is a very big pain in the ass. You don't have to worry about typing in your hyphens because all that, your computer does that automatically. Your computer types it, your computer makes those hyphens pop out. When you type in the numbers, just keep typing. So, anyway, guys, I think this is going to be, I'm going to go ahead and call this a night. I definitely do appreciate each and every single one of you for being here on the channel. And if you guys have missed the live stream at the very end, you guys are more than welcome to go back from the very beginning, check everything out, go from there, and hopefully you guys learned something. Hopefully I taught you very well. Because at the end of the day, everyone starts out as grasshopper. To become grandmaster, you got to learn grasshopper. But anyway, I definitely do want to thank you guys again for being a part of the channel. And for those of you who are not subscribed, go ahead and get subscribed to the channel for more exclusive content because I do upload videos 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays from 8 o'clock p.m. to 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But I can stay on as late as 10:30, depending on how many people I have in chats. So with that being said, I definitely do hope that you guys enjoy your weekend, or excuse me, not weekend. I hope that you enjoy the next few days. Um, and I hope that everyone's safe. But until then, as always, be safe, stay sharp, stay frosty, and most of all, stay vigilant. Until next time, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.